Look at this. We are doing so good in here. Got some beans coming, some herbs, peppers, all the things. And then up here, holy buckets, we're gonna get toasted up on that light, but that's okay. Got some autoflower coming through. Beautiful. And it smells really good. We have some right here as well. And then look at my little snapper pea. So cute. Let me see if I can get to it. Goodness. Look at that. How cute is that? Very exciting. And then microgreens up there. And basil. Basil's doing good, so. Woo! Wanted to show you that. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing a whole new intro because the footage got deleted. So I'm coming to you after I have filmed everything, but welcome. If you are new, my name is Tori. I make preparedness videos on a budget. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely hit the subscribe button and let's get into today's video. So we have been having the most wild weather and we have a huge thunderstorm rolling through right now, but we were outside all day. So I'm looking a little sun-kissed right now, but that's okay. I wanted to kind of jump on here and explain what's been going on. So I have been absent for maybe 5 days, which is kind of unusual for me. If you follow me on the other channel, I've been uploading. My goal is to just get a week ahead and then I can upload on both channels. I have a lifestyle channel and this channel, so it's a bit hard to keep up with. And I explained on the other channel that with that, you know, I have separate email accounts for each channel. I have separate Instagrams, separate Facebooks, because that's how it is when you are creating content. And I know a lot of you are saying, boohoo, who cares? But that's kind of where my absence has been. So yes, I just wanted to kind of explain that further. And it kind of has to do, well, it does have to do with the content on the channel. So I am not leaving preparedness. I am just looking at it in a different way. And I feel like it will be helpful for most of you. And it doesn't always boil down to this, but when you do the job that I do, you know, you sometimes look at your analytics, and my analytics show that most of the people subscribed to my channel aren't watching it. It's actually like 21% of you, which shout out to you because all of you are amazing. The ones that comment every video, the ones that say just kind things and who watch the channel, you mean the world to me. But it does show me those 21% of people and what they actually like to watch. So that leads me to my next little bit here. I made this channel to connect with people, and it's really important to me to, I guess, serve those people as well. So I'm going to be shifting my content to more recipe style videos, ways to save in the grocery store and things of that nature. You know, I feel like that has been really helpful for a lot of you, and those, you know, that 21%, you know, you all mean the world to me. So I find that it's really important for me to keep up with that because those are the ones who are truly supporting me. And, you know, I feel like that's important. So yeah, I'm going to be content shifting just for a little bit. I, of course, am still going to be stocking up like once a week or so, but I did want to say that I will be doing more ways to save at the grocery store, meals on a budget, maybe some $10 meal challenges like I used to do. But I do like to keep it pretty real with you on this channel. I am an open book. I never, you know, want to not be transparent, and that is the season that we're in. We're trying to save money because we want to move to a place where we can afford land. The goal is to have some land and, you know, attempt to live off that land, and I would like to have majority of our income coming from that land. So I would love to create a, you know, apothecary in town and grow my own herbs, even some vegetables here and there, and make my own botanicals. That has been my dream ever since I was a little girl. I just love doing that, and I would love to serve my community. Since I am moving back to my hometown, I feel like that is attainable, and it's something that is was a dream, but now it's more of a reality. I really think that this is our calling. That is what we have been working towards. We're trying to learn the skills here as much as we possibly can so we can bring it back home to Pennsylvania and just continue on. I know a lot of you have opinions about Pennsylvania, but if you've never been, especially if you've never been to my hometown, which is very small, it would be very, very odd or rare that you would even be there. But if you have, you would understand why we are moving home. My entire family's back there. My husband's family's back there. It just makes sense to raise our children around family. And I know I don't have to justify that to anybody, but that is our reasoning. It's important to be around family. And to be honest with you, it will be cheaper at home and we can just trust that area a little better. Here in Colorado, it's beautiful. Politically, it's just getting a little controlling. So I am, not a fan of that. I don't want my life controlled. I don't want my children's life controlled or my property. So yes, I'm trying to get this out of the way quick and then we will get into today's video. But being on the internet has always been very hard for me. I have been pretty open about that. I'm very agreeable. I'm an empathetic person and I find that that causes stress and toxicity in myself. So this is me attempting to be disagreeable and stand up for myself and do what's comfortable for me and my family. So I hope you can stick around. If you are new here, I'm sorry for the long-winded intro, but I have been on this platform for a long time and it's really important to me to do what's best for myself, all while serving the community that supports me. So again, shout out to all of you who have been here, who have just been kind, because wow, this job can be very tricky sometimes when it comes to opinions of others. I am guilty of this too, but I feel like whenever you see something and you don't agree with it, you are able to scroll on by. It shouldn't affect you. It shouldn't trigger you or offend you. And I have seen my content kind of plummet because it's triggering people, offending them, and that's never my intent. If you know me personally, you know I'm a pretty passive, honest, genuine person, and I'm not trying to brag about myself, but I show myself in that way on the internet, and I feel like people just have the wrong impression. So it's been really tricky lately, and I'm trying to navigate that. I've been trying to navigate that for a long time. I'm pretty, open about that too, but I'm going to stick to my heart, stick to what I know is right, and I want to be helpful. That is why I made this channel. So I want to show you how to save money. I want to show you how to be prepared because it is so attainable and you can do it on a budget. I have recently been watching some more YouTube and people that I used to follow. So Plentiful Kiki brought this up and she's a plant-based person. She lives in Colorado and just has some amazing content, and she has been getting some hate, and she made a very valid point, one that doesn't get brought up, and that was that people come at her and then people defend those people coming at her, just saying terrible things about herself and her children. And she made a good point that she doesn't have to sit there and take that. That's absolutely it's out of control. I've experienced it, and just because I put myself out there or what I choose to put out there does not mean I need to sit here and take some of the hate and some of the overall rudeness of comments. I promise you, if you are saying something mean on the internet, you probably get this a lot, but just try and be nice. My goodness. I am just a, stay-at-home mom trying to raise 3 kind humans, and it's very hard to do that in this day and age because people can be so cruel, and it bothers me that those people are going to have children and they're going to be raised cruel, and then my children will have to interact with that. I know that sounds so selfish. I want to expose my children to all walks of life, but I am trying my best, to raise them kind in a world that is just, kind of spiraling at this point. So again, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. I used to tell my students that all the time, and it just goes without saying, honestly, because at the end of the day, kindness and love is all you have. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox and we are gonna get into today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the last couple of days, and I want to take you on my little wellness journey, the way to be on this wellness journey on a budget, because things can get pricey, and I promise you, we are in no shape, way, or form financially to be purchasing all of these things that the wellness community throws at you. So I wanted to take you through the last couple of days, show you how that has been attainable for me. I have seen such a 180 switch in this postpartum journey. Honestly, I have just seen a positive side of me, a side that I thought I lost a long time ago, and I want to share that journey with you. So today's video is all about wellness. It's all going to be some fun recipes that we go through the week, and I think you're going to love it. So let's get into it. Okay, while I was talking, my steak got a little crispy, but I usually try and do some sort of meat for breakfast. So we're having steak and eggs. The kids did have some bagels. This is fried in grass-fed butter. And then I also have some raw cheddar from the raw farm. I found this at Esch's for, I think it was $1.50, and typically this is pretty expensive. Okay, and then we are doing a few duck eggs today. Those are 9 grams of protein versus 6, and I try and aim for a pretty high protein diet, and we will talk about that in a little bit here, but those are frying up in some more grass-fed butter, and then I'm just going to top it with that raw cheddar, and then I'm also going to do some fresh organic berries, very important. Okay, and here's the finished result. I have steak, eggs, a little bit of sea salt. I have some fresh garlic in there. And then I did have some sauerkraut this morning with a hard-boiled egg, a little bit of a beef stick, and then I also did cottage cheese. I try and get 30 grams of protein before I have coffee. So I forgot to mention that, but you know what a boiled egg looks like. So everyone eats the same thing. I don't really make any special meals. So the kids already have their steak and eggs, and then Millie's working on some sourdough, and she's gonna have some berries as well as some of these eggs. So for a drink, I always have a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of coconut water, and some Uncle Matt's Ultimate Immune, or sometimes I just do orange juice. And you need something high in potassium so your body can absorb that salt. And I drink this every single day. There is a lot of studies that show having this adrenal cocktail, taking care of that side of your body, is very important for mental health and focus and clarity. So I drink it every day and I feel great. Okay, my friends, we are on to supplements. Supplements are important. I, of course, feel that we should get all of our vitamins and nutrients from food, but sometimes that's impossible, and we need a little pick-me-up. So I have a tall glass of water. I have beef liver here. I have chlorella, and I have mushroom immunity. I never know if I'm saying chlorella right because it seems silly. When I'm not breastfeeding, I take rosea rhodiola, and Amelia has it here. She's playing with it. But when I am breastfeeding, I take ashwagandha, just not all the time because it could disrupt your sleep cycle. So here are those. That's what they look like. And then these are the brands. I am a Perfect Vitamin affiliate. So whenever I'm using something, I see if they have an affiliate program. That way I can get a commission for these vitamins because sometimes they can get expensive. And then I can also get followers percentage off. But of course, you can try whatever brand you want. I just have found that this one is really great, and I love the grass-fed liver. I feel like it's super important. If you would have told me as a plant-based eater that I would be doing that, I would have called you crazy, but here we are. And then I also take the Bach homeopathics, and this is elm, so this makes you be efficient, and then this is mustard, and this makes you be joyful. So I take 2 tiny droppers in some water, or I make my own. I really love my rose tincture for my anxiety, and that is actually in the elm right now. I just remembered, just because there's an easy dropper right there, but of course you can find little amber droppers on Amazon. So I'm going to take these quick. We are going to head on our walk. We try and go for 5,000 in the morning steps, and then 5,000 at night. We try and be in that sunshine. So in the morning time, I know this is supposed to be about recipes, but I did want to just go over this on this channel. In the morning, I go outside barefoot and I ground for right around 10 minutes, and I try and get first light on my skin. I find that that's very important. And then in the evening, I try and get last light on my skin. And the kids and I all do that together. Of course, trying to get your husband on board with wellness can be a little tricky. I know a lot of you know that. So that is my goal for him. He works a very strenuous job, and there are statistics related to first responders, police officers specifically, when it comes to the heart after age 60. So we are trying our best to keep that healthy, but I find that a lot of these supplements that I take can be taken with a meal diet, and having that exercise and grounding regimen is very important. So the plan for lunch is just to have snack plates, and that's what we typically do. Of course, I'm going to show you that, but I start thinking about dinner now as a stay-at-home mom to 3, and I am homeschooling my 3 and 5-year-old. I find that just getting things prepared when I have a second, it could be in the morning, could be in the afternoon, is vital. Then my kids, so we're gonna do that. Millie's gonna have some milk herself, huh? She's chatty today. And then we are gonna just continue on with this video. I do wanna sit down and kind of chat with you, maybe take 5 minutes to break some things down and address my own experience and how I'm never here to really sell you on anything. I just want to share my experience and what has worked for me, because there's a lot of people struggling out there, especially post 2020. So I am here. I'm trying to be a open book. I have no medical credentials. Everyone's always asking about the credentials. This is just my personal experience. I'm not saying it will work for you, but having these small things implemented may help you, and they can't do too much damage. You know, going outside barefoot, maybe you could step on something, but I mean, at the end of the day, if it makes you feel good, it gets you connected to the earth, then I feel like that's important. Why not give it a try? What is there to lose? Going out in the sunshine, stop being afraid of the sun. They want you to be afraid of the sun. It's very important that we have that sun on our skin for immune health, mental health, and just all around physical health. There are so many benefits to sitting in first and last light. But yes, just thought I'd pop on and give you a status update of the day.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool.
So it would not be a wellness or healing video without Happy Juice. I know, I talk about it often, but it is part of my daily routine. It is 3 supplements that lowers your cortisol, so it's healing your gut. We have mentobiotics in there, and that is pre, post, and phytobiotics. So 3 different strains of biotics essentially to heal your gut, and all of that dopamine, serotonin that's created in your gut. If you didn't know, your gut and your brain are connected by the vagus nerve. So I feel like this is important. This was a game changer for me. So I tried it once, and then I knew within a month that this was going to be a game changer in my mental health journey. So that is why I continue to refer it, so I can afford to have it. So if you're ever interested in that, you don't have to be, a creator. You can just be a person that refers it, and they will give you free product, and they will also give you commission. So again, if you're interested, let me know. All the links are in the description box, but I get the grape, the dragon fruit, and the mentobiotics is flavor free, so there's no flavor to it. I know that was a hard thing to get out, but anyways, mix that all up, put some blackberries in it, serve it over ice, and then go from there. It's absolutely delicious. It is sugar free, caffeine free, non-GMO, vegan, all the things, and it's just great for you. So look into it, and I just wanted to pop on here and let you know about this Happy Juice, because it's life-changing. Alrighty, a little out of my element here for wellness, but this is going to be our cheap, easy dinner for the night. So pasta was requested. That's why we are doing that, and I got these on sale for $4.25. So we're gonna do like a pasta bake. We're gonna do the buffalo chicken ravioli. We're gonna do some broccoli and make a cheese sauce, and then put it in a casserole dish, serve it with some crusty bread and a salad, and call it good. All right, here's the finished product. I will say this was a bit spicy for one of my kids. I didn't really think about that because it was buffalo style. I just didn't think that there would be too big of a spice, but no big deal. I used the broccoli stalks. I just took a food grater there and made it into some coleslaw with carrots and cabbage and onions. We have some sourdough bread that we're finishing off, apples and butter, and it was delicious and filling, and we have leftovers for the next day. So as promised, here's some meals that we have been loving. We have some roasted chicken in there, carrots, onions, and we serve that with mashed potatoes and gravy. That is a staple. That is about $1.30 per serving. So you really can't beat that. And that, that might be a little high. I'd say it usually comes in under $1 just because we get things on sale. So that chicken was on sale for $5.91. So good to go there. And then moving on into the next night, we had quinoa bowls, and we only had pork thawed out, but I knew I wanted to make some sort of sauce with it. So we are making my quote unquote famous roasted red pepper sauce. My son really enjoys it, and he said that I should make a recipe about it. So here we are doing it. I have some bell pepper in there, an onion, and then I have some seasoned salt. I end up putting just about a half a cup of water in here, but you could put a little bit more if you wanted to, depending on the consistency that you want. I do have some olive oil in there and some fresh garlic just for some health benefits. I have a kid that's stuffy, and I try and clear them out using food. So we use fresh garlic, and we even put raw onions on their feet. I just wrap it in some gauze and then go from there. But I came downstairs to grab some fresh basil from our little indoor garden here, and that is going to go in our sauce as well. If you don't have fresh, that's fine. That's just what I have on hand, and that is a game changer for saving us money on organic herbs and things of that nature. We just grow it, or we regrow it from plants that we get from the grocery store. So we have green onions there. We have an avocado happening. We have some celery. We are regrowing romaine, but I promise you, you can regrow a lot. Look into it if you're ever interested, or just comment down below and I will let you know what you can regrow from the grocery store. I ended up taking an immersion blender for the sauce, and then I served this with asparagus and, like I said, like an herby pork. So it's like a lemon and garlic with some parsley. I know that's typically not what you would serve this with, but I just went for it and it was delicious and everyone loved it. So that was dinner. It was amazing. I make reels, recipe reels on my Instagram. So that is why this orientation is the way it is. But here I am just devouring this food. It was amazing. I am so happy that I shared these recipes with you, and I am hoping to do some more content like this. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know where this journey is going to take me, but I know that it's going to be positive. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see like this when it comes to food and saving money. I can take you to the grocery store. I can show you some free ways to get food, but I have a few tricks up my sleeve that I haven't shared with you, and I can't wait to share with you. So thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all.